Hello, my name is Kelly, also known as Roro and Kids, and I am a glutton for punishment. I am going to vlog the MKAL. Musikal. Okay, so these are things that I kind of had plans for. So this first one here. We've got a Ripples Craft, which was a gifted yarn of a lovely friend Ange. I've got a Lay family yarn. Oh, sorry, I should tell you the name, shouldn't I? Oh, so this is Sea Glass. I've got a kitten. This is Sea Glass. We've got Lay family yarn, which is Battleships. Mike, you're kind of in my way. I've got a Little Lycac, soft sock. Oh, I'm sorry, he's knocking the camera. Soft sock, what's it called? Great Neptune's Ocean. Mate, you can't. And then I just randomly put in this purple, but I wasn't sure. But this, oh my God, hang on, my kitten. This was, I think it's Deep Plum, I think it's called. I can't remember. But that was one that I was thinking of. I also had this yarn in with them instead of this. I thought about that. This was another set that I'd put together, which is, it's Lottie Knits, but she's upside down, which is a really bright pink. Is that called Foxglove? Yes, Foxglove. This is one that I've literally just got from Yarndale, which is from the Dye Shack. It was in a mystery pack. It's a Lara. I just love the pops of colour in that. I had To My Mother from Little Lycac, which I'd also just got from Yarndale. And then just this random grey, which is a Sable Yarns, I think. Supermodel of the World, it's called. But I don't think that grey goes with them anyway. And yeah, I wasn't sure on them. I have this beautiful bouquet yarn, Breeze Bouquet from Tree Yarncraft. Again, just got it from Yarndale. It was in a mystery pack, and I just teamed it with this grey, which is upside down. Debbie Bliss Toast in the silver colourway. But I had nothing else to go with them to. And then at Yarncraft, I actually bought these with the MKAL in mind. King of Sand and BABY Baby. Both from Creative Anarchy. A popping pink and a sandy colour. I love them and I want them together no matter what I do with them. But I had nothing else really went with them. So my choice, which I did put together a little bit ago, is these. I'm going autumnal. So this is right. I'm gonna double check these. So this is Cascade Heritage in a label that I can't open. Give me a sec. I think it's cinnamon. So it's a sock yarn. God, the label. The Cascade Heritage is a sock yarn. 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. This is colour number 5640, but I cannot remember the name of it. I want to say cinnamon, but I might not be right, but I will pop it on the screen what it's actually called. So this is a full skein of that, and it's just like this rusty colour. The other commercial I'm using is Debbie Bliss Toast, which is 65% wool, 25% polyamide and 10% cashmere. This is the colour Rose, number 4, and it's just this lovely pale peachy pink. I then have this one, which hasn't got its label inside, but I know that it's Lay Family Yarns. It's the same as the Battleships. It's this, but they don't have anything on their labels. But I'm pretty sure that it's a sock yarn, although I'm not 100% on that. It feels like it's got nylon in it though. So this is the same. It's Lay Family Yarn, but this is dark oak. And then the other one that needs caking is one I've had for a long time. It's from Yarnworthy, who doesn't dye anymore. This is 100% merino and it's called Ember. And it's just got these beautiful, chestnutty brown tones. So they kind of are singing to me a little bit, and I just want something a bit autumnal. So that is my yarn choices. Right, so I have printed off my copy of the first clue. I've got it printed off, I haven't looked yet. I am the type of person who likes to I don't want to watch the video, I don't want to see. I want to just knit it and see how I go. And if I get stuck, then I'll go at the video. So I'm going to get my needles and I'm going to cast it on. Okay, so I'm reading through what he says about colour placement, and he's saying colour A is dominant this week, but it needs to frame the other three colours. It won't be the main colour in other sections later in the shawl, but it will be very prominent in this week's clue. I recommend choosing the darkest or lightest colour, as colour A should contrast well with colours B, C and D. So my darkest is this and my lightest is this. And although they contrast really well, I don't feel like this contrasts all that great. It does contrast well with this. So I'm thinking this is the better choice for A, as it contrasts well with all three colours. So I think this is my A. Okay, so I think I'm going to go A, B, I don't know if I can hold these, C, and D. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, cats are fighting. There's a lot of noise in the house, but I am sticking to what I said, and I'm going to cast on. And apparently we're starting with scallop 1. My hair's wild, so let's dive in and see how wild this gets. Okay, so this is what we have so far. It's like this little eyelet and then garter. It's not very easy to show you because it's like it's like lumpy, look, because of the big. I've made a nose, but yeah, I'm about to do a welt now in colour B, so we'll see how I get on with that. Right, so I've done the welty bit. I mean, it's going to be like this, I assume, because it's a welt. He's told me to cut the yarn, but I'm not, because I'm sure he has a penchant for a penchant, whatever it's called, for weaving in ends, and I don't. So I'm not cutting anything until I know it has to be cut. I don't always have to listen to Mr. West, you know. So I'm going to go on to the next bit, which is a brioche bit, and then see if I really do need to cut the yarn, because sometimes you don't have to. Right, first welt is done. You see that? It's a little bit fiddly on the back because I'd like weaved in my end as I'd knitted, and it was in my way. My cat is doing my head in. It was in my way to weave in the end, because the woven in end. Anyway, now it's that old chestnut of sliding your work to the other end of the needle and work in the same row again, this time in C. So I'm really like doubting my C colour because I'm not a big orange fan, so I'm a little bit like because it sounds like C is going to be the big player, and that is not filling my heart with much joy, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Where's the end, people? Oh, it's inside. Okay. Right, I'm going to get rid of this label because that's going to annoy me. Oh, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with C. I'm in a bit of a mess. I probably do need to cut yarn, but I'm just not yet. I am sticking to my guns just in case. Let's carry on. I don't weave the ends in now, in case I remember them way later. So, first section. Well, not first section, obviously, because I'm not that fast. First bit is done. So it is starting to open out because of the brioche. So you've got this eyelet at the top and then this welt, which you can see here, and then the brioche. I like that, it's cool, isn't it? Reminds me of like, I don't know, like Aztec. I don't know, I like it though, it's cute. Right, and it's squidgy because it's brioche. Right, so I've got this far. This is weird because I've got like a little smiley face, look. Well, a shocked face anyway. You see? It's a bit weird, isn't it? I'm going to do another... Oh, I'm showing you the wrong side. I'm going to do another welt now. I haven't cut any yarn at all. He tells you not to cut it this time, to be fair, but I've carried everything up here. He has told me to cut C, which is orange for me, but I haven't. I'm just carrying them up the edge and we'll see what happens. It is a tangly mess. I have just untangled, so I'm not as tangled as I was. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. If I have to cut, I will, but I'd rather not. But it is tangly. So it's a bit of a funny shape, but I have just noticed that I do another welt and then I do a couple of rows and then I've got to do this again, or another scallop. Anyway, this is a scallop. This is scallop 1, and then as soon as I've done the other welt and a couple of rows, it says scallop 2 and it's like cast on 3 stitches, blah blah blah. So we'll see what happens. I do like it so far though, and it has been quite fun. Yeah, so it's like a little man in a dress, shocked in his dress. Oh my god, what's going on? Anyway, I'll go and finish me the welt and I'll come back. Right, scallop 1. I'm tangled. Scallop 1 is done. It's cool. It's interesting. It's got, so it's like eyelet here. And then obviously the little welts, brioche, face. Yeah, that is done. And now I'm going on to scallop 2. I did think you had to cast on scallop 2, but I've just read that wrong. You don't. You continue from this, I think. And yeah, it's joined to this. So yeah. It is currently 4:45 at night. I can't remember what time I started. Right, I'll check back in a little bit. Right, so it is, what time is it now? 20 to 8 at night. And I'm going to move on to the next section. I can't get this face out of my head. Like, ah! It's just weird. What's that all about? You can really see it when it's on. I don't mind the mouth. Oh, but I might have to stitch up the eyes. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever not see it as a mouth now, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Right. I'm going to crack on with Scallop 2. I have seen a spoiler of what Scallop 2 looks like, at least at the beginning, because Fire had put it up in Discord, but I'd looked knowing that I would get spoiled. But I just wanted to see what hers looked like, to see her faces. But yeah, I'm going to crack on now. Right, so I'm at the section. I have done like this of Scallop 2. It's got another face, but we'll see that later. It's telling you to put these onto a spare circular needle to do the brioche, but you'd like here. So how am I supposed to, like, I can slip them over, but it doesn't tell you to do that. It just says, if you're doing the brioche option, you need to place the remaining 45 stitches on scallop 1. With the right side facing, slip the 3 colour A-cord stitches onto the left hand needle. So they're supposed to go on there. So I suppose, right, okay, so you must have to go this way to slip them onto. Make sure you're using the main needle for the next row with a spare needle holding the remaining 45 live stitches from scallop 1. So yeah, you must have to slide it, get the 45 stitches off scallop 1 onto a spare needle, which I've just grabbed any long thing, and you must have to slide it back. So not very good explanation. Like, a beginner wouldn't be doing this pattern anyway because it's really complicated, but even so, yeah, I was just a bit confused. I was like, well, how am I supposed to do that without faffing around with things you haven't told me to faff around with? Anyway, time for some brioche. Yes. So I'm basically just doing this again, but here. I'm wondering how many scallops there is. Hello, so it's day 2 or Friday. And I didn't show you how far I got last night. I've put it in my lovely project bag from Yew Tree Yarncraft, just so it's got somewhere to live. And this is where I'm at. So it's a bit tangly because you've got 2 needles, because you've got your first scallop on a hold circular needle, and then my second scallop. I got this far, and I'm about to do this now. Now that I know how this works, I've cut my orange, my colour C, at the end of this brioche, because I know that I'm not going to use it again until I get to brioche again. And it's just easier than having like a load of tangled yarn. I'm also, when I finish this section on this one, I'll cut yarn D as well, just so haven't got as many. But I'm not going to cut B when he tells you to. I'm going to keep A and B just running along the seams. But this is where I am at the minute. I'm assuming this is well, I say it could be the top edge. It might not be the top edge, mightn't it? Because last year we were in the middle when we started. So I'm sure this is how it goes, I think, but I'm not 100%. So I'm going to at least try and get this bit done tonight. It's already quite late, because this is the first chance I've had. So I'm not sure what time it is. Oh, there's my phone. It's 6:30 at night. So I want to try and get the D bit done, like finish scallop 2 at least. It's my date night on a Friday night, so not that I'm looking date worthy. I've been in the rain all day. I'm still going to have a few drinks and watch some TV and things. And I don't think this is TV knitting. It's like, it's easy TV knitting, like podcasting or something that's easy to watch. Like, I'm watching Supernatural at the minute because I love it. So that's on. I've seen it a lot of times, so that's fine. But if I was watching something that I had to concentrate on, I don't think I could do this. I'm not sure. We'll see once I get to, I think there's 6 scallops and I think they're all the same. I think there's 5 or 6. So that's where I'm at. So I'm going to crack on with that and come back. I don't like this. I don't like how these join together. Mine's really loose. I don't know if everybody else's is, but mine, it starts off all right, but then it's just loose and I don't like that. So I'm going to try and tighten that up on the next one if possible. But it is fun to knit so far. But I'm only on the second one. So we'll see. Right, I'll check back in a bit. Is it Friday? Saturday? It's Saturday now. I didn't get that far yesterday. I didn't do hardly anything on this. This is how far I got. I just managed to get the eyelets in. I started at 6:30 and I finished at 8, but I did have problems. So my stitch count was off on these a lot and I had to faff, and at one point I pulled it out and did it again because I was confused, because his I-cord edge is 3 stitches but this is 2, and I kept picking up 3 by accident and then it was all going wrong, and that's what was affecting my stitch count. So it was all me, but yeah, I just had a bit of I don't think my brain was working properly to deal with it. So I'm going to do the last welt on this one now and then try and get the third one done if I can. They do take a while, but it is Saturday afternoon. I don't know what time it is, but it's about 2, I want to say. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm going to get on and do now, and I'll report back. Right, I completed this first 2 scallops, and I've gone on to the third, but my brioche has gone wrong. It doesn't look right to me, that, anyway. I only ever do brioche when I do a Stephen West shawl. I've never done it in anything else. So I've only ever done this like 2-striped malarkey. So I'm not like really great at reading it or anything, but that just doesn't look right to me. So I'm going to tink that back and do it again. Yeah, you know, I'm not flying through this one. I keep making mistakes, but yeah, I'll keep plodding on and see. I'm a bit tangled and see how I get on. Hello. Storm Amy is raging outside, so the wind is howling. So I've got all the cats in and they're kind of all around me. So it just means more knitting time because I can't move now because I've got a cat on me. Right, I'll be back when I've done my brioche. Well, when I've done scallop 3, I'll be back. Unless something drastic happens. So I've messed up again. I do keep making a lot of errors on this. I'm not filming every single one because you'd be bored to death. What, another error? You'd think I couldn't bleed knit. The brioche took me 3 attempts the last time. I just kept doing it wrong. Don't know what was going on. My hair's beautiful from the rain. This time, I'm still on welt. I'm still on scallop 3. I've done the... Hang on, this is awkward. So I've done these bits and I've done this welt. And when I got to the end of this welt nearly, I noticed that these and these were all hanging off. They were not on a needle. Now, I know that at the welt, at one side of it, you have 1 stitch. And I had all of these. So I think they're supposed to be intertwined together. But I don't know how to do that. But I'm going to attempt to do that. So I think that it's kind of like, it might be difficult to show you this. I think it's kind of like this, if you know what I mean. I think each of them go into each of these. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. So I think that one's already done. I'm really not sure how to do this. So I'm going to try and use this needle. I think I need to get that one out of the way. And then I think, because they're kind of wrapped together at the end. I mean, there's fudging and then there's this. I don't know how to fudge this at all. This is out of my abilities. Right, I'm going to have a think and I'll come back. Okay, so I've got this one. I know that all of this has to join to this. So this one's on here. This is what I did. I've brought the corresponding loop across. I brought them together. I looped it over both of these. Right. Loop that over them. Do the same again. This is just to get them fastened back up. It's not how it's supposed to be at all. And I'm sure there's someone out there who knows exactly what I should be doing and is crying into their coffee or whatever, but unfortunately, keep putting that on there and I don't need it on there. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I don't actually know how to fix it any other way. It's just awful. To try and tighten them, twist it. Okay. Put that over there. Okay, this is better because it's tighter. I'm just going to leave that as a 2. So it looks like this now. And I'll work that as a single stitch because it's got 2 loops. But I'll work it as a single stitch. At least then it's... like that's the one that's done correctly, but I had to show you. It's not neat anyway down these sides. I don't like these sides where they join. At least it's joined and I can just continue on without having to pull all them rows out. Disaster. Disaster. It'll be fine. You won't be able to tell. In fact, it looks neater than the actual one that you do. So, right, I'm off to finish this scallop, which I'm nearly done. Right. So I have 3 scallops. Yeah, I like it. No, I do like it. I don't know. It's down to my colours, I think, that I'm more than anything. But I think it would be really nice and cosy. I think, I don't know, I think we'll see what the rest of the colours do. At the minute, the way this is, if the whole shawl was that sort of colour, I don't think I'd be too fussed. But I think it'll open up and be good. So I'm over here, and I've got the 4th to do. I think there's 6 in total, so I'm halfway through, and it's Saturday. I've got till Thursday. So it's 9 o'clock at night now. That one took me ages because I kept getting everything wrong. So I might go for 4 now, at least start it. Because isn't today day 4? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Today's day 3, and if I was doing one a day, that would be fine. Maybe. My hands are getting sore. I kind of want to do a bit of crochet, but I'll see. I might do a bit of 4. See how I go. Right, so today is Sunday. This is how far I got yesterday on scallop 4. But I didn't tell you that scallop 4 actually starts at the bottom of scallop 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then you come back down here and start down here. So I didn't expect that. It is a bit of a jingly jangly mess with all these blooming needles with everything on hold. It's a bit tangly, and every single one of them has that weird face. But yeah, I think my first one's the worst. But yes, I'm down here now. I'm going to finish, the welt's done, so I've got to do this bit, and then it'll be going on to scallop 5. And I think there's 6. Let me just double check. I think there's 6. Yeah, 6 scallops. So I don't know where the next one's going to go, but maybe I get to go on to some of these stitches that are on hold. I don't know. Finished 4. It's not on my screen. I finished 4, which is this one here. Now, everything is on the holding needle, apart from the last stitch. The last stitch on scallop 1, because I dropped it, so that's on my main needle. But that doesn't matter, right? Now he tells you there should be 1 live stitch from scallop 1, slip the 53 stitches from scallop 4 onto the spare needle by inserting the spare needle tip into the scallop 4 stitches, starting with the I cord. So that's this end. So you slip them that way so that you're... Oh, this is really hard to show you because it's such a tangly mess. But this is my on-hold needle. This is scallop 3 and 2. You're looking at the back of them. And then he wants you to slip scallop 4 on the on-hold needle. See, that's the needle on 3 and 2. Goes through there, but he wanted you to slip it that way so that the needle comes out this way. Okay. But then he wants you to use this stitch. So this stitch, this last stitch on scallop 4 with the last stitch on scallop 1, which is this one that I dropped. And then the last stitch on scallop 2, which is this one. But this is the cord. It's so hard to show you. I need this stitch, and this stitch. But this cord, I'm sorry if you can hear a TV upstairs. This cord, which I need this stitch from, goes around and into there. And I need this stitch. So I'm going to take these back off so that I can get to this one and then put them back on to get to that one. Like, why didn't you just say stick them on a different holder? I don't know. It's really faffy, this. It's fun. I like the pattern. I like that I'm doing something different. But it's really faffy. And there's things where you're like this, that's just, like, why am I faffing about like that? That's just, why tell me to put them on there when I'm going to need that one? Like, what you could have done is tell me to get them 3 off when I'd finished, put them on a holder, and then stick them on there like that, because I'm obviously going to need to use them from this direction and I have to be able to get to them. But if I also need to use 2 for the next bit, if I'm picking from 4 and 2, they need to be on a different holder, don't they? Because that's not going to work. But he's told you to put them on a circular needle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these on a separate circular needle and leave these on the one that they're on. So then I'll have 3 circular needles faffing around while I'm trying to work on it. Obviously the one I'm using, and then the 2 that are going to be on hold. But that just seems, at least I can get to everything I need to get to without having to keep switching them around, because I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Yes, that is what I'm going to be doing. And then I'll get on with scallop 5. It would be nice to finish scallop 5 tonight, and then I've only got 1 scallop left to do, and it is Sunday, so that would be good. But if that's not the case, that's not the case. We'll see what happens. But I also kind of want to work on something else tonight. I'm a little bit scalloped out. But yeah, we'll see. It's cool. It looks cool. I like the little, I'm looking forward to getting more orange in there. And I'm looking forward to it being a little bit more autumnal. I wanted autumnal colours and it doesn't feel very autumnal at the minute. I think because there's a lot of pink. It's a very pale pink. Yeah, I want more of this brown, I think. I don't know. Who knows? We will see. Right, I'm going to go and sort this faff out and eat some chips. Right, so I've got these on, I'll show you the right side. I've got this on a needle. You can see here. So this is on a needle, that's scallop 4. Scallop 2 and 3 are on another needle, which is here. And then the stitches that I need are here in the middle. They're very loose. The yarn is here, but he's telling me to knit from the right side, so it's like an I-cord pulling it across. So I'm going to do that. This is an absolute... I do love the MKAL. Hello. Today is Thursday. I don't know the actual date. 9th of October. So it is Clue 2 day. I've just finished Clue 1. I didn't have a lot of knitting time towards the end of the week, over the weekend and stuff. So like, I kind of got a bit, but I have managed to do it before, like today. Well, not before, but you know what I mean. I've managed to do it in time for Clue 2. So this is my finished Clue 1. It's not actually finished because I have 10,000 ends on the back, which I'm going to sit and weave in now before I start Clue 2, before I even look at Clue 2. I don't know which way this shawl goes, whether I'm working bottom up, which it's possible, I don't know. I do know that this was a fiddly pain in the backside. I tried really hard not to cut yarn as often as he said. There's no need to cut A for a long time, and there's no need to cut B every time it's on a scallop. Granted, after a scallop, cut B, but there's no need to cut it during a scallop. You can just carry it up the I-cord or the joins on each side of each scallop. C and D I just cut because I wasn't at first, and I was carrying C up the side, but then I realised you only needed each of them once on each scallop, so I just cut them. He's just very overzealous with cutting and it drives me a bit bonkers.
I don't like cutting yarn unless I really have to. I don't like the joins. They are really loose. I don't know if you can see this. They're really, really loose in parts. And now they do have yarn where we can pull that tight, but I'm gonna have to stitch that across, like on this side. I'm gonna have to use these and tug that across to sew it up. And he does have to actually say that in the pattern, that if there's any gaps you can use the scraps, the ends, to sew them up. And I just think, why is the gaps in the first place? I don't know. I don't know. Some things I think could be done a little bit better. My faces don't stand out as much as face one. Face one is very, very prominent. Ooh, you. It's still like, hello, I'm the new shawl by Stephen West. These aren't as, I mean, that one looks like it's been mashed up. They're not as bad. I don't know why my first one is so bad. I mean, that one's quite, hello. But other than that, I do like it. I do like the way my colours work together, especially like looking at it like that on the screen. I do like how my colours are working together. It's cool. I am a little bit freaked about having too much orange because I'm not a massive orange fan. So it's more rusty than orange, but I'm a little bit like, please don't be mental on when it does its solo, whenever that happens. But yeah, so there we go. Clue 1 of Stephen West shawl is pretty much done. I'm going to weave in the ends before I start clue 2, but I will end this video here so that I can get on and get it edited and get it up for you guys. Oh, what will clue 2 bring? I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one next week.